Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Hey, all right, let's do it. I'll give you the full story. This is a story. Um, it's gonna go from how I hooked up with Rodney O and Joe Cooley, the mess up that you got, where everybody was like, why the Hitman broke up. It's because of money issues. Suge Knight had to step into it. I want to give you everything. I was offered a deal like Death Row, and everything I give you is going to be truthful because I know people are going to see it, and I'm not going to lie about nothing.
Right.
You're going to be like, wow, dude, I should have talked to you a long time ago. And a lot of people ask, what happened to Pookie? What happened to Pookie? After the incident with the funds, the financial part of it, it just went bad. And J. King, when I say J. King, J. King from Club Nouveau, right?
Okay, right.
Do you know, what song did J. King have? All these rumors run you every day.
Yeah.
That, situation number 9, J. King was our manager.
Oh, okay. Wondered what happened with the whole Hitman thing anyway. I don't.
Oh man, it was going good. And then I was promised so much money. I never got it. So a friend of mine from Death Row told me to come over. I came over. I talked with Suge. Suge went to J. King's house at 2:30 in the morning, broke in the guy's house, woke him up. Where's this guy's money? You might be like, what? I mean, it went way out. Suge said, you know what? Leave those guys alone. Come over here to Death Row. But during that time, it was a situation where the Tupac and who else was over there at the time? Jodeci, DJ Quick, everybody was there, and everything crumbled. And I was still left like I gotta do everything on my own.
Yep. Yeah.
So, and you don't even know that at one point in time, Rodney O and Joe Cooley even broke up after the group broke up. They just got back together like 2 or 3 years ago.
Right. Yeah. Well, I know Rodney O had done like a solo album in the '90s without Joe.
And nothing ever happened because you're gonna be like, what? The guys are booking shows. I put their Rodney O and Joe Cooley's name. They're going out. Well, Rodney was the only one showing up. I mean, it went sour. But now I communicate with Joe like we talk like twice a week. We're good. He's producing some things for me. We're getting some things together. But me and Rodney, I don't think we're. If you ask me, hey, what do you think about you and Rodney getting back together? I would actually tell you, I don't hate the guy, but I don't think so.
Right.
But people look at that, and everybody who really knows, they'll be like, ooh, he was real on that. Because it's been a lot of stuff that went sour.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, Rodney and Joe, they're trying to put a new album together right now. They're working together, but I don't think it's going to work because they're still. It's crazy. And I'm like, for a known group, you guys are a pioneer group of the West Coast, and you guys can't put anything together. So right now, me and Joe, we're trying to put something together. I talked to him. I'm like, let's do something else. Because not only did I do the Hitman album, I don't know if you followed up, it was another album called The Final Chapter.
Yep. Yeah, I have that. I know you're on.
Okay, I'm on The Final Chapter.
Yep.
After that, Joe was like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't care. You still want to go? Whatever. Let's do it. So now, it's not, I don't look at it as a job. I look at it as, hey, this is something, it's a hobby. If you want to do it, let's go ahead and do it. Fine with me. If it pops, it pops. If it don't, it don't.
Right, yeah.
But, look, thank you guys for putting me as a part of history rap. That's about it. Hey, you put me in as a part of history, good deal. I still talk to Psycho, because everybody was like, is Pookie Psycho? No, I'm not Psycho. Psycho is on something way out.
Because I know even on the Hitman album, it says in the notes somewhere like that you were going to come out with a solo album. It says
everything was set up for that, but it was too many promises. that didn't come through. Everybody else got their part of the promise, but I didn't get my part of the promise. So I was like, you know what? I need to step it up. Suge came in. He said, you know what? You want to come over here to Death Row? You good enough for Death Row. But I would have been on Death Row, but the only thing was, they had so much going on at the time. I even kind of looked at them like, I was like, wow. I can tell you stories of when I went to Death Row. I got up on that elevator, and when I got there, oh my goodness, my heart just went zoop. Because when they approached me at the elevator, it was about 23, 24 deep. Who are you? I was like, and it wasn't Dre, Snoop, Daz, and Corrupt. These were all the henchmen, like, whoa. And I'm like, ooh, I got on the wrong color. I'm like, close the elevator. Close. But I knew Suge was waiting for me. I still went in there. We talked. And, hey, it went from there.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea you had any connection to Suge.
Oh, dude. I wouldn't say that unless it was true. Because whatever you put, people are going to read.
Right.
And when it comes to Rodney, they're going to be like, yeah, that's what happened. So you can contact Rodney O right now and be like, did you have an incident with Pookie and Suge Knight? He's going to be like, yeah, I did. Yeah. And I, for the longest, I was like, you know what? I told Joe, I said, you know what? Rodney needs to do is sit down with everybody, General Jeff, Joe Cooley, myself, and himself, and get something going. Let's get back on stage and do all those songs to make some money. Yeah. But the guy he's too controlling to the point where I don't need nobody. So guess what? We're all separated.
Yeah. Well, I heard about that too, about General Jeff, because it sort of seemed like maybe you were kind of brought in as like a replacement for him.
Well, with General Jeff, a big incident happened with General Jeff where he left the group. General Jeff was in a position where he was rapping with Rodney. He was doing things with Rodney. And again, promises came through and never came through. So they broke up. So Joe said, hey, Pookie's over here. Pookie, you want to come into the studio and do some things? I said, cool deal. I came into the studio. Rodney was like, oh, let's get it. So I was like, okay, let's get in here. I didn't come in to replace General Jeff. I just came in as a rapper.
Right.
Because General Jeff was a damn good hype man. From my point of view, he was good. So I came in as a rapper thinking, you know what, I'll rap with you guys. If I can I get a solo deal? And it was, yeah, you can get a solo deal after we finish this album. Okay, cool deal.
Yeah.
It never happened. We did the Hitman album. It never happened. So Rodney went to another label. He went to another label, and the label called Joe. We know you guys don't work together. Rodney's going to do a couple of songs. Can you come in and do a couple of songs? Joe said, hey, Pookie, I got a final chapter album. I need to complete a part of my deal. So I was like, okay, what you need, man? He said, I need you to come in and rap with me. So I said, no problem. Me and Rodney on the final chapter we never seen each other in the studio.
Oh, okay.
The album was done, complete. But if you notice on the final chapter, all of my vocals are with Joe. None of with Rodney.
Right, okay.
So I came in and I finished the final chapter to complete the album. Rodney, I'm pretty sure he didn't like it, but there was nothing he could say because the label had control. Rodney, you said you were going to do 15 songs or 12 songs, and you only gave us 5. Joe, can you come in and do this and we'll pay you? Joe said, okay, I'll complete the album, but I'm going to complete it with Pookie, and that was it. I came in and I finished the final chapter with them.
Okay, yeah, because it was like obviously you three were the Hitmen, and then the next album like it was still you three, but now they just called it Rodney O and Joe Cooley, you know.
The final chapter, Rodney O and Joe Cooley, but if you flip it over, they have the photos on the back of me with me and Joe. The front of the album has Rodney O and Joe, but when you flip it over, it's me and Joe.
Oh, because I have that tape. I didn't even realize that was you in the picture.
No, if you flip it over, that's a picture of me and Joe. The front cover is Joe and Rodney separated.
Right, yeah.
But if you flip it over, it's me and Joe together.
Oh, I just assumed it was Rodney and Joe, because you know they put the credits like over the picture.
And guess what? Oh, even on the Final Chapter album, I'm looking at the songs. It's like Rodney and Joe. I'm like, wait a minute. Rodney didn't write. I mean, the only thing that's on the Final Chapter, my name is on the back and my picture. But when you go online, it's like Rodney Joe Cooley, Rodney Joe Cooley. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, that's my song. That's my song. That's my song. I'm like, who did that?
Yeah, well, I sort of felt that's almost like what they did with General Jeff, because like it's crazy to tell people like Rodney O and Joe Cooley was like a three.
And you know what? And to this day, I'm going to give credit to General Jeff because that was wrong. All those albums Jeff was on, it was always a Rodney O. Joe Cooley album. General Jeff was never, his name wasn't on nothing.
Yeah, I mean, only a serious fan even would know he was involved.
That's about it. Rodney O didn't give Jeff his credit. Okay, even on the Hitman album, if you look at the Hitman album, if you go on there right now and look at the Hitman album, I asked them, why was everything blacked out? Right. They only see our silhouettes or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, why is there no pictures?
They did that on the single too.
Yeah, it's like, Rodney, why would you do something like that? But at the same time, you was in control. But hey, it pays off now. Oh, you're going to get the full story. You're not going to get nothing shortcut.
Nice.
You're going to be like, damn. And everybody's like, and I talk to people, they're like, I do remember the Suge Knight incident. I'll give you all of it. And believe me, I would not bring up Suge in anything if it wasn't true.
Right.
No, I'm not going to say, well, Suge, no. I'm going to give you the 100. You'll be like, damn. To the point where if you ask Joe or Rodney or J. King, Suge Knight went in J. King's house. Where's Pookie's money?
Wow.
Oh, you can write all of it down. Because I'm going to tell you. Yeah, he went in his house like 2:30 in the morning, opened a sliding door in Hollywood, woke him up out of his bed. Where's Pookie's money? J. King calls me. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I didn't. I'll give you a full story. It's funny now, but when it really happened, I was even. My heart was like, "Ooh, don't kill that man. Don't hurt. Don't hurt." You know. I was like, "Oh," but now I can laugh at it because nobody got hurt, but it was serious. I'm like, they were in your house. I was like, Jay. He said, man, they slid my sliding door open. They woke me up out of my sleep. Suge was there, and it was 4 or 5 of them. They were like, where's Pookie's money? He's coming to death row. And you can quote me on that. And then if you ask me, well, why didn't you go? I'm going to let you know. During that time, the situation was really hyped. It was too much. I would have got in, did a couple of songs, and I would have been out because everything went crumbled.
Did you ever record anything with Death Row, or?
No. It was like this. It's like me telling you a situation. You go get the all the money. Then you tell me come to the Death Row Records. I went there, and when I got there, it was like you can be over here. He said you don't have to be a star at Death Row. We make stars. That was his. He said you don't have to be a star to come here. We make stars.
Right.
And even if I don't have a problem talking to Suge, if I could, because he knows I'm a straight up guy. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
And for one thing, for sure is I'm not gonna mention Suge unless it's something truthful.
Right.
And that's about it. Dude, I'm not gonna tell you let's do an interview and mention Suge Knight. And it gets if Suge ever see it, he'll be like, yeah, that's what happened. That's about it. And I'm not dogging him. I'm not dogging him or nothing like that, but I'm telling the truth on what happened. And nobody can say, oh, no, that dude ain't lying. Because if you bring up Suge, it better be the truth. I don't care what situation he in right now, he's still touching people. So I'm not gonna say, well, Suge is no. And if you ever talk to Rodney, hey, was it a Suge Knight incident? Hell yeah, it was. Well, Rodney did a interview and he mentioned Suge, but he didn't say my name, but I knew who he was talking about.
Right.
But yeah, me and Suge, we had a clashing back in the day. It was because of me. Yeah, it's real. But am I willing to sit down with those guys and you know what? You want to do an old school tour or whatever you want to do, let's do it. I don't mind. But it won't happen because Rodney has an attitude that it's way out. Is he a good guy? Yeah. Well, when he first started off, cool dude. But as things started getting serious, it got sour because they're like, wait a minute, dude. I'm doing an album with you guys. Why is everybody got BMWs and Porsches and I'm just writing? Oh, stay home just right. Stay home is just right. I want a Porsche. I want a BMW. Y'all didn't get a jet ski. I mean, I'm trying to do albums with you guys. And at the time, I'm like, I'm hot. Why are you guys having everything and I'm just sitting back with nothing? Don't buy me no case of 40 ounces. I don't want a fucking drink. I'm like, dude, I'm riding my ass off. What do you want? And it just came down to the point where, you know what, just give me my money. Yeah. And I'll go my own way. He was like, well, if you're going to go your own way, we're not going to give you how you not going to pay me? I've been working. And I'm like, I'm sitting back for months, 6, 7 months, just writing, come up with ideas. Let's do this, let's do that. It would have been way major. But I put on this. I was getting up to the point where, hey, you can quote me. I was actually offered a deal at Death Row.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'd have to jump on that.
And I'm like, if I'm good enough for Death Row, why are you guys not paying me? And I'm here with you guys every day. So, I don't know if it was jealousy. I don't know.
Well, that kind of seems like, I know from, like, interviewing some other artists, too, like, there seems to be a lot of, like, old school artists would sometimes kind of hook up with younger guys, I guess, to sort of stay contemporary in the game and really kind of use them in a way.
Well, you know, think about it.
PMD had and stuff, you know?
Yeah, and think about it. Rodney started off with Rodney and Joe Cooley. Then came General Jeff. General Jeff left. He picked up who? Psycho. They did Psycho was on the album. Psycho left. Then they picked me up. I left. So it's not, at the end of the day, it can't be 3 people messing up. Who's really messing up? It's got to be 3 people. All 3 people can't be messing up.
And kind of 4, because on their last album, they had the guy from Watts Gangsters with them.
Melee came on with Rodney. He left. Dude, why is everybody leaving you? You gonna tell the world that all those guys won't shit. Impossible. They came in, did their job, and you said, I'm not paying them. But after the work is done, and we sign our name, saying we're going to help you complete this, you know what? Thanks for coming on this album. Screw you. Thanks for coming on the album. Screw you, and screw you, and screw you. Wow.
Yeah, but unfortunately, that's like a common story. Like, that happens so often.
Yeah, it's like, okay, if you get married to 3 different women, they all divorce your ass. Damn, all of them were wrong?
Right, yeah. It's got to be you.
All 3 were wrong. No, man, it's you. Dude, I mean, if you get married 5 times, I got 5 divorces. Damn, what the hell? All 5 women were messed up. They were cool from the beginning, but when it came to, okay, now it's time to put things in order, boom, divorce, 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 divorce. And that's how it happened with the group. Nobody's stupid. Nobody's stupid. Dude, it's you. And to this day, it's like you're going out doing shows and you're basically picking your own self because everybody knows about you now. Nobody's messing with you. You're not getting those big dollar shows. Everybody's scared.
Right, because they sort of figure like, oh, you kind of had your shot.
Well, not only that, you go to different radio stations or different places, and they want to book you. That's like you saying, hey, Poop, I want to book you.
Right.
Okay. You know what? How much is the show tonight? We have $5,000 for you. Okay. You send me a deposit for $3,000, and I don't show up. Don't you know word spreads when you do that?
Right. Yeah. True.
I gave him $3,000. He didn't even show up. I gave him a deposit. He never showed up. And when you do that to radio station, it goes real quick. Because the next promoter, hey man, I got Rodney coming, or I got Joe. Shit, I did the same thing and never showed up. Again, I can't afford to lie because my name is on the line.
Right. Yeah.
Do I know Snoop? Do I know Dre? I know all those guys, man. J.O. Felony, I know all those guys. I kicked it with all those guys. Whatever. Good people, but when it comes down to the business of me being in the Rodney O, Joe Cooley family or group, I will tell you everything I know. Dude, we were in a group together. I'm putting it out there, and that's about it. If he reads it, he'll have to read it. So what? I didn't lie about a damn thing. You're faulty. Yeah. That's it. But looks good on your end. You got a hell of an interview. I went on React Entertainment, and the only picture I have of you is on this, but you're on everything else. I'm like, yeah. They give Rodney credit for my vocals on the final chapter. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? How are you going to take somebody's credit for their vocals? The first thing Rodney should have did was, no, separate it. That's Pookie, not me. How you going to take my vocals? Yeah. Wow. How we don't even have the same voice?
Well, I'm sure it's because they didn't want to sell it like, they figured Rodney O and Joe Cooley is the name, so they didn't want people to think like, oh, Rodney O's only on so many songs.
Yeah. But as a man, no, that's Pookie. This is me and Joe. That's Pookie and Joe. Me and Joe, Pookie and Joe. I'm like, wow. Are you serious? I'm like, you're still shiesty.